Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib becoming a major headache for the Democratic Party. So far, top Democrats like Hakeem Jeffries and Nancy Pelosi have declined to condemn her false claim that blames Israel for the hospital blast in Gaza, even though initial U.S. intelligence says otherwise.
There's two of your colleagues, Congresswoman Tlaib and Omar, who have tweets up saying that Hamas is to blame for the hospital attack in Gaza. Should they delete those tweets?
I've been very clear in my position in standing behind Israel as it relates to its right to defend herself against the brutal terrorism of Hamas.
So should they delete those tweets?
And without condemnation, it seems like Tlaib is as bold as ever. She's now openly railing against her pro-Israel colleagues.
I'm going to be real with you all. My colleagues, many of them, I usually don't talk smack about them. No, I'm usually considerate because I don't like them policing me, so I don't police them. But as an American, not just as a member of the United States Congress, I am ashamed. I am ashamed that they're saying, not yet, maybe next week.
Congresswoman Omar is backtracking a little bit after accusing Israel of striking the hospital. She's now blaming press reports, including the Associated Press, for spreading false information. Judge, I feel like you might be a little fired up about this. Just a hunch I have. But is it fair to question leadership about this? I mean, this happens on the GOP side, too. You got some people out there doing controversial things. Does the leadership have to own and clarify everything for those people?
Well, yeah, I think the American people want that. I think the truth is that, you know, for Hakeem Jeffries to say, well, I don't know exactly what the tweet said, and therefore he's not going to criticize. Of course, he knows exactly what the tweet said. But, you know, the Democrats are very good at this. They're very tribal. They just line up together. And as it relates to Rashida Tlaib, I mean, the woman loves to hog the microphone unless somebody asks her about Israeli children who've been beheaded or are being burned alive. And then she, of course, runs down the halls of the Capitol. I think that this is something that is very emotional for a lot of people. The truth is the most important part of all of this. And, you know, the press is not helping in a lot of the world, as I said, in the A block. I mean, they're just promoting this lie, so everybody gets to go to their corners and just spew whatever they want. But I think that Pelosi and Jeffries, I mean, you'll recall Ilhan Omar in 2019 did that whole thing about the Benjamins and the anti-Semitic stuff. And Nancy Pelosi came in 2019 defending her, saying something like, you know, she has a different experience in the use of words, but we're going to keep her on the Foreign Relations Committee, even though she thinks and speaks differently. I think that leaders refusing to condemn what they know is not the truth. It shows that they shouldn't be leaders.
Well, and Jessica, I mean, there have been a number of people in her own party who have come out and like, no, this is not for us. We're not going there.
Right. And to add on to what the judge was talking about in 2019, she did end up in the end defending her, but she called her out first, had her delete the tweet. Jamie Raskin issued a statement. Debbie Wasserman Schultz issued a statement. Like, Jews in the Democratic Party serving in Congress are not quiet about these things. There is no love lost between them and Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, Ayanna Pressley. Sometimes I will say that AOC has been much better about this than what you typically expect as the squad, quote, squad leader. But you read Fetterman's statement. It was absolutely scathing, right? That it has to come down. You continue to promote false information. How can you take the word of Hamas over our Democratic ally? Rashida Tlaib is just out over her skis with this one. I think it will backfire on her. And you're even seeing like Ro Khanna, congressman, a very liberal congressman from California. He actually had someone resign from his team because he refused to sign Tlaib's ceasefire proposal. And he said, you know, this guy was a great member of the team. It seems like it's not a good fit. If those are your politics, they're not my politics.
Well, and Jesse, this has been a very clarifying event for a lot of people when it comes to the college campuses and statements from administrators and all kinds of things. It's kind of, it lets you know exactly where people stand.
Yeah, it's exposed a lot of people, and I've been happy to see people exposed. And I'm glad these donors are taking their money back. Good, to fund the universities. What about Omar, though? Because she's different than Tlaib. So Omar came out a couple years ago, and then Pelosi pulled her aside and said, you have to knock that off. So she kind of calmed down a little bit, and then she got booted from House Foreign Affairs, and she got censured. And this time, at least, she learned a lesson because she did pull back her statement on social media. Tlaib's a different animal. She's Palestinian American, she's Muslim American, she represents a large Muslim community in her district. She planted a Palestinian flag outside of her office. So this is very emotional for her. And she's connected, but it doesn't give her the right to lie. And it doesn't give her the right to push Hamas propaganda. So Jeffries is going to have to be able to deliver the message. Pelosi's not going to do it. She's not the top dog anymore. He's the top dog. So he has to take her aside and tell her to knock it off. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He doesn't have the chops. He's new at this, doesn't have the seniority or the stature. And she's radicalized. You can see it in her eyes. She's radicalized. You see her out there. She's almost crying. I don't think you're going to be able to stop this runaway train. I think she's going to do permanent damage to the Democrat caucus. And her colleagues are going to be upset. Democrat donors are going to be upset. They have a Hamas problem in the House.
Well, I mean, Greg, as the Democrat leadership, do you just write her off like, hey, she's off and doing her own thing. She doesn't speak for us, but we, recognize she has her own experience.
I don't think it's a party matter at this point. Permission to go off on a tangent.
Yes, please. Yes.
All right. Some liberals will say, as Jessica says, that she holds no sway over the party. But it's not the party that steers the culture. It's the reverse. Culture steals the party. Politics is downstream from culture. Breitbart said that. Unfortunately, the Democratic Party are bystanders to a destructive movement that they themselves encouraged. Democrats didn't riot or loot either. But the mindset of oppression that has infected our culture has been egged on by that party. And that's where Tlaib does damage. It's not in our politics. It's actually in our entertainment. It's in our conversation. It's wherever we go. It's why you can't be surprised, and this is where I will go off tangent, by this mentality. There's a woman now in critical condition after being pushed into a moving New York City subway train in broad daylight. This is always a woman. This isn't the second, third, or fourth, or fifth time. And yet the feminist liberals in New York City, there's nothing but silence, nothing but silence. To them, the real threat is misgendering. And so the silence was always there. The defense of the oppressed was always there. And it flows from the same place, which is this oppression filter. And this is why I think you're seeing a lot of liberals waking up, Jewish liberals are waking up and finding themselves watching this show or watching Fox, because there's nowhere else where sanity thrives but here.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.